Hey, look at this dude. Boy, hey, this man ain't got like 12 shades dark.
All right, y'all. Welcome back, YouTube. So my man's here has definitely been going on like the 2-month wolf. So we're about to go ahead and get him together. So the first thing you want to do when you approaching something like this, you want to comb out the hair. That way you can stretch the hair out to get an even cut as you go over it. So right here, I'm going against the grain with the 2-guard open. And as you notice, I'm still combing the hair back. So as I cut some of the hair off, I'm combing it back down. That way I can see what uneven parts I have around the head. That way it helps the transition to look a little cleaner as we continue to go through with the cut. All right, so now with the 1-guard halfway open, I'm just going with the grain now just to help get some of that extra hair off, to give it a little better even coat as we go over. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you go subscribe, like, and comment on for the page. You know, there's gonna be more content coming soon, so just make sure you guys stay in tune for it. Man, by the time we get to the end of this cut, man, I have my man looking like a whole new person. Definitely looking unloved in this. So now we're gonna get into the back taper. Notice how the hair stretches far down his neck. So all I'm gonna do is create a guideline, and I'm gonna just clean it all the way up to that guideline. That guideline is where I'm gonna start, have the base for where I start doing my taper for the back of his head. So right here with the 1-guard open, all I'm doing, with the 1-guard closed, all I'm doing is just going up about an inch, inch and a half. And, you know, I'm just creating another guideline for myself so that I can help this fade to have a better transition. Now going against the grain again with the clippers halfway open, I'm just cleaning up that little line right there, helping to soften it up so that way that fade transition continues to just pop. You see it's just disappearing right there. It's all the way open. All I'm doing right now is just going up about a half an inch from the base, just to clean it up a little bit, just to set another guideline. And with the clippers all the way closed with a 0-guard, that other guideline that I have between, I'm just cleaning it up right now. Just hitting that, starting from underneath the line and just going straight up to the line, just hitting the line exactly. And you're just gonna watch it disappear. Now to soften up that initial guideline, I like to take my clippers halfway open and just hit the line. You want to start underneath the line. Don't start on the line, but start underneath the line and just flick it up. And a flick out motion up into that line. And it just helps to soften it up. And then with the clippers all the way closed, you just do the same thing. It just help to hit that line. Just right to the line, and it just watch it disappear. All right, so right here, I already did the fade on this side, but when you stay tuned, I'm gonna show you exactly on the other side my steps of how I got to the same transition on the other side of this fade. Just look how crispy he looking. Blend is on point right now. Got my man's looking right. Trust the process, man. Everything comes to those that wait. So once I finish the side, I like to line up that side. I like to try to close out a whole side. It just helps me to see what other things I need to do to that side, what other detail work, and anything of that sort, you know. So this is just something that I prefer to do. Some people like to wait, but like I said, I like to close out a whole side if I can. So when you line up the beard, you don't want to just go straight up. You want to have it round out just so it has that match of how the back is rounded. It just helps to give it that little clean finishing look, man. When you're doing these things, you know, it's essential that you use the corners, and you don't want to just use the whole clippers all the time. So right here, I'm setting in my guideline. I like to use the square or rectangle as when I'm doing a high taper. And then from here, I'm just taking my clippers, using the corners, and just making another guideline around that box that I made, about a 1/2 inch around. And then to help for that transition, starting from the initial guideline, take the clippers halfway open, and I'm just hitting that guideline, going up between that second guideline I made and that last one. And then to clean it up, just to get that line out, close the clippers all the way, and just from underneath, you're just gonna hit that line again till it's gone. Now with the one guard on, all the way closed, doing the same thing, man. I'm just going over that guideline, making another little guideline right here, just cleaning it up. Now with the 0 guard on closed, I'm just hitting that line up underneath just to clean that up, just to help that transition of the fade. And shout out to my man for this beat. If you need a beat, look in the description below where you can go on and you can see all types of beats that my man's has. Now when I do my liners, I like to start with the handlebars. It just helps to give me another guideline. So that way when I go from the middle, I know exactly where it's gonna connect. There's no pushback, it's just straight there. You know, it just helps to give it that, I mean, it's no guessing, you know, it's already, the system is already there for you. You don't have to second guess anything. You just follow the guideline and it's just there. And you just clean it up. Same thing on this side, you know, make the handlebars, you follow that guideline over. You see, the guideline is already there. All I'm doing is just taking it across. Shout out to my man T Nowlin for coming through and allowing me this opportunity to go ahead and bless him with this cut right here. You know, it's always real. Appreciate the support. All right, YouTube, so as we end this video, you know, just make sure you subscribe if you already haven't subscribed to the channel. Like this video, give us a comment, let us know what you think about it, and turn on your post notifications. That way you can be notified as more videos like this come out.